Welcome to a new episode of the 90s Metal Gamer, where we stay hydrated and play video games. This Xbox belongs to a friend of mine, and she asked me to clean it up for her. And we're going to do exactly that. This Xbox has definitely seen better days, but that is not a problem to us. Let's get started.
And then the Lord said,
I want to see your tiny head.
This Xbox One teardown took a lot longer than I expected it to be. I did run into a lot of speed bumps, and I'm going to explain to them later in the video. Rest assured, the Xbox One does function normally still. But for now, let's just speed through until we get to the meat and potatoes of all this. I am quite embarrassed of this segment right here because it took me such a long time just to get the case off the Xbox One. I should be ashamed of myself. Nonetheless, we did get it off. Before I started recording this video, I did start to take it apart. And all I did was take off the side panel that has the USB port. This is potentially one of the dirtiest looking Xboxes that I have ever seen. Allison, if you're watching this, I'm quite disappointed in you. But it's okay. I forgive you. Where do you clean this up for you? According to my friend, this Xbox was possibly opened up prior to it landing in her hands. You may have noticed it in the beginning of the video, where the faceplate meets the base of the Xbox. There was a small opening where it looked like someone tried to pry it open, but stopped about halfway through. I'm more inclined to believe that this Xbox was never opened up, considering the large amount of dust that you can see right here. But I can neither confirm or deny that. This is my second attempt at taking apart an Xbox One. The first attempt was my very own Xbox One, and I like to think I did a very good job. I'm blaming the Xbox itself because it is such a difficult console to take apart. Or it could be that I'm not an expert at this. And because I'm not an expert at this, I must ask that you do not use my video as a reference or a tutorial on how to take apart your Xbox One. Should you choose to use my video as a reference or tutorial, you are risking bricking your Xbox. So I must ask that you do not use my videos. What I am doing here is analyzing my next steps. I want to make sure I do this correctly. Just so you can get a better idea of what I am looking at, here's a close-up of the Xbox One. Allison, once again, I am very disappointed in you, but I forgive you. We're going to make sure we get this Xbox One nice and clean for you. This is years upon years upon years of dust buildup. But let's be real here. Most of us are guilty of doing this because a lot of us do not know how to take apart our own consoles. And that's okay. That's why we have people like us to help with that. A lot of the things that I learned about teardowns are things that I have taught myself through trial and error. And of course, there's always the platform that you're watching on, YouTube. The dust on this PCB is caked on there. Here, watch this. Even though this Xbox is filled with dust, all the capacitors look like they're in good condition. No need to worry about those. This is my favorite part of any teardown video that I make, cleaning it up with my air compressor. As you can see, dust is just flying everywhere. But wait, there's more. And because your Xbox got picked to be filmed, we're going to double the dust and give it to the next person. Wait, you thought we were done? No, we're just getting started. Now that we have blown out all of the excess dust, all we have to do is brush it up a little bit to get the remainder of it. I got a nice little brush here to help with that. Hopefully you can tell just by looking at it, but this Xbox already looks significantly better than what it did in the beginning. It's amazing what a little bit of air pressure and a good cleaning can do. I just had to make sure that got inside every nook, cranny, and crevice that I was able to get to. I didn't catch it in the recording, but I got off that sticker residue that was in one of the corners of the Xbox. It was driving me crazy. The goal was to make this Xbox like brand spanking new, right out of the box. Unfortunately, there were too many scratches on there for that to happen, but that's okay. I opted not to take out the fan and the heatsink because of those nasty X-clamps. If you know, you know. I really did want to take out the heatsink and the fan because I wanted to replace the thermal paste as well. But those X-clamps make it too difficult, and I'm not going to get myself wrapped up in that. I would have definitely bricked the Xbox if I were to take out the clamps. But for now, let's just listen to some music together while I reassemble this Xbox One. Alright, now that we got it all put back together, let's test it out and see if it works. Surprise, surprise, it does not work. I had to go back to square one to see exactly where I went wrong. I'm guessing it had something to do with me taking out the hard drive and the CD drive that caused it to malfunction. And I firmly believe that I was a little bit too rough with the faceplate because the ribbon cable was slightly torn. And because I'm weird, I have spare parts for this. And the only way that I was able to fix this issue was doing a complete factory reset. Allison, I'm sorry. We've already discussed this and you said you were okay with it. And I apologize for talking smack about your dirty Xbox One. The first generation Xbox One consoles took forever and a day to start up, and to install games too. So I'm going to fast forward throughout the entire process. I didn't want to make any cuts in the video, which is why I wanted to fast forward through it. The initial startup sequence is now complete. Now to test it out, we're going to use Devil May Cry HD Collection. And because I do not want to have any cuts in this, I'm going to fast forward through the installation and the update process. So while it is installing and updating, please enjoy some music courtesy of White Bat Audio. I know I said I wasn't going to have any cuts in this video. Well, I did. I made cuts because my video editing software would crash every time it would render the fast forwarding portions of this video, and I couldn't avoid it. Finally, it is done installing and updating. Let's see if it'll actually play a game this time. Because this Xbox was factory reset, there are no accounts on this Xbox, and I'm not going to sign in under my account. But this Xbox does work. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing to the channel. I love y'all, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next video.